At last, the promise has been made. The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring fear. But let us embrace whatever it brings. For they are coming back. At last, the promise has been made.
And we're back. Final Fantasy VII. Last time, we confronted Sephiroth. We had some horrifying revelations about Cloud and Tifa and Sephiroth, actually. A little mixed bag of everything. And then we were separated from Cloud for a time. We went around the world searching for him and doing some side things. Mainly doing some side things. I knew where he was. And then we eventually were reunited with Cloud, only to see him completely debilitated, mentally gone, his mind's gone, his body's gone. He's just a sort of a shell of his former self. And Tifa decided to stay by his side, because Tifa is the realest one there ever was. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know, I've been feeling very strongly about the characters in the story and the way it plays out this time around. It's just hitting me even harder, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've had more time to sit with the characters and think about them since my first playthrough, and obviously played Remake and stuff like that, so... yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how the existence of the full story of this game is going to inform, and other games after this, is going to inform how the characters are portrayed and treated in the new game. That's always an interesting thing, right? Because they've already done things like hinted towards stuff that happens later on, or hinted towards things that get expanded on in extra side works in the main story of Remake. They mentioned Wutai. Obviously, there's the whole Yuffie DLC where she is acting on behalf of Wutai, infiltrating Midgar. So, you know, there's a lot of very interesting things that I'm excited to see them be able to use the full breadth of the Final Fantasy VII world, and lore and story that has already, and stories that have already been established. I'm interested to see how they weave all that stuff into Rebirth. I think this world has so much of. One of the things I love about this world is that it does something extremely well that I've seen it like attempted in other things before, but it's that a bunch of things already, a bunch of stories already happened, a bunch of things already happened in this world between Sephiroth and Shinra and the Turks and Cloud and Zack, who we haven't even gotten a name for yet. Well, actually we did. Ares mentioned him, but we haven't really... The story hasn't, like, literally explained all that to us yet. And Tifa and their backstory, and Soldier, and, you know, all of these, and Wutai, and all these there's so much history. If we can, well, even the fact that, you know, Vincent, an optional side character, mentioned Hojo. He knows Hojo. He mentioned somebody named Lucretia. He knows who Sephiroth is. He mentioned Lucretia being Sephiroth's mother. Getting to see, even just like hear and then see like short snippets of Gast and Ilfalna. Barrett's whole backstory with Midil, with Corel, and then the fact that Corel is becoming a big part of the story right now. Sid with Rocket Town. You have all this history. The world and the characters have so much history. They feel so real, and like the world feels lived in. And it feels like things happened here before. But I think what this game does right, which I would argue a game like maybe Breath of the Wild to a certain extent, and then I would say especially Tears of the Kingdom, right, kind of failed to do, because those games also have a lot of history, a lot of things that already happened before the game starts, right? But those things are the main focus. In this game, the history of all the characters in the world are the cherry on top. Those are all the building blocks that set up for what the main focus and main like pull of the game is, which is everything that's happening right now. It's seeing all these pieces that have been built up through the world's history, all colliding together in this game's like story. And I think this game does it extremely well, where a lot of other games might sort of fail a bit. Not to suddenly turn this into me roasting Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for the umpteenth time. Again, I love both of those games a lot. I mean, those are like two of my favorite games easily, right? I'm just saying that, like, as far as the narrative goes, and I feel like most people, no matter how much you like those games, you could probably agree that, like, you know, narratively speaking, the way those games are structured is sort of lacking in a way that I think this game actually excels at, which is this world is rich with history that is only heightening everything that's happening right now, not in a way that sort of takes away from it. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm getting to see, like, I don't feel like I'm walking through Final Fantasy VII being like, oh wow, look at all this stuff that already happened. I really wish I was watching that instead of what I'm doing right now. It's like, no, I always feel like what I'm doing in the present is the most important thing. All that stuff is just the cherry on top, you know? Okay, also last time, Barrett said, I wanted to be a leader, but I can't do that. So I'm instead going to say that Sid's the leader now. Which I think is hilarious. Oh, Sid, you got another slot here? I don't know, man. I don't know what to give you, dude. Freaking... Oh, probably one of these things. Just so we have it. Throw? No. Probably steal. You can mug some people. Yeah, I'm loading out Sid with our, like... I sort of, like, have just adapted, like, here's how I want characters to be. Sid's going to be our, like, damaging melee attacker. He's gonna have, like, the counter attack, long range, and added cut and whatnot. Gonna give him the elemental and wind on his weapon, too, just to see if we get some extra damage from that. Barrett's going to be our tank, essentially. I gave him a lot of defensive stuff against everything. He has ribbon, too. That's why, if you're wondering why I don't just use Tetra Element, why I'm doing, like, 2 elementals. I'm having him have ribbon, so he will be immune to status effects. He'll have the fire armlet. He'll have elemental lightning and ice, so he'll be blocking a lot of stuff. Added effect time on his gun. Maybe we'll get some free stops. And then HP plus enemy skill for just posterity's sake. Cover and preemptive, just some passive stuff. Oh, and then Kate Sith is going to be working on getting some AP for Contain, Full Cure, Comet. Level these up because these are our strongest magic, as well as getting the Magic Plus up because this is just strong. And I'm hoping I can get Strength Plus or something, because I didn't realize how strong, like 20% magic boost is crazy. And then I gave him the heal magic, of course. Gave him Quadra magic on Neo Obama, because I just think that sounds hilarious to use. And then enemy skill and then MP plus, obviously. And yeah, this is what we're going to be rolling out for now. No bet. Well, actually, no. Kate Sith would not be ever. If Kate Sith is ever melee attacking, then we got problems. Everybody else should be fine though. Because Barry, you're using a long range weapon. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Hey, but if you've been enjoying this before we really get started, if you've been enjoying this or anything else on this channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this just about every day. leading up to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'll miss a day occasionally, but bear with me. Episodes of... Oh no, this is the only thing going on. Links in the description of the things that I am doing, have done, and will be doing in the future. Also, me and my friend are making a game. Any all support towards that would be much appreciated. You can check out a game jam game we made and the current full-fledged game we're making in the description down below. If you want to support me and my friend in our game-making endeavors, and you can do so by supporting anything on this channel. They stream, they do devlog streams, link to that down below, and most of all the Patreon. With that, let's get going. We need to go to Corel. Actually, we need to go back to Medeal and pick up a free elixir, but then we're going to go to Corel. Okay, so yes, the first thing we need to do is hyper sprint all the way over. Hey, bud. Yo, leader man, get your pilot ass up here. Sid freaking leaning back like, whoa, you can watch it, dude. The huge materia is at Corel, Fort Condor, and I'm sure there was another place that had it. Where was that? Oh, I remember where the last place is. Sid, let's visit Cloud and Tifa from time to time. Oh, Red, oh man, I forget that Red like shifts into like very. I think again, you don't see it often, but like you do see moments of Red showing his youthfulness. If he's supposed to be like 15 to 16, right? Even though he's 46 years old, literally. Moments like this where he's just like, he's very sad that his friends are gone. Sid, I wish I had your go-get-them attitude. It appears my feelings vanished into thin air ever since my long slumber. Vincent, you're an interesting dude, and I wish I could hear you speak more. Anyways. Pilot training level 6. This is the best joke in the entire game, is like every other time you talk to the pilot, his level has increased. I love that Sid... Here's the thing, there is something to say that, like, because Sid was a leader, right? He was the captain of a freaking flight crew. Different kind of flight crew, but still. Oh, we need to actually land right here immediately. Then we get to run around as Sid on the main screen. You actually can't remove Sid. I would actually have probably removed Sid and put Red 13 in the party to be with Kate, Sith, and Barrett, because I felt like that would just sort of fit better. But, it's fine. It's okay. Oh. I think this is it. Let's see. Immediately go back to Medeal and explore the house with the two men nearby. Inside, you can get an elixir from the bed. For no reason. Got a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Is everything gonna be okay? I'm alright. I've lived a long, full life. I'm worried about my son and his family living in that far-off town. I hope they're safe. Wait a minute. Did you just take something? Oh, well, this is Sid speaking. Uh-oh, I know nothing about it. I don't. Finally, we get called out for literally stealing from people. Yeah, I took it, old man. Hey, it's mine now. I'll make good use of it, believe you me. What an oddball. Well, let him use it. Hey, thanks. It'll help, Pops. I do like that when you're controlling other characters, it is like their dialogue is in their voice. It's not like generic main character voice. It's amazing he recovered. When they carried him here after they first discovered him, I thought he was a goner. That boy must have one powerful guardian angel watching over him. It's true. Actually, oh my gosh, it was probably Eris. Because Eris is in the live stream now. Oh. My bones. They ache. I grieve. So how's the boy, poor kid? He sure got the worst of whatever it was. Sure hope he gets better soon. Right now is when he really needs to hold on and not give up. Hey, Tifa, I know you were just here. I just want to check on you. Cloud, I don't understand a word. Such a fool. Thought I could do something to help. So apparently there's a lot of things that Cloud can say when you talk to him. There is like one A billion mirror fragments. Small light. Yeah, this line. Taken angels, singing voices, Xenogears. It's just it's an ad to, I don't know if Xenogears was out yet or if it was like coming out. But yeah, it's literally just a reference to Xenogears. I don't know what inspired them using your debilitated main character as walking ad space, or I guess rolling ad space. I guess because he can't. Oof. Okay, let's keep going. So we're going to North Corel. Let's see here. Not gonna be a whole lot of stuff to pick up along the way. This is just a story section. North Corel would be across the ocean, right? Yeah, it would be across the ocean. Gold saucer. I mean, you really do explore like the entirety of the map. Here's the thing. If they end the game at the events of the Northern Crater, then they would very easily have most of the map explored and like expanded upon for the third game. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, we gotta walk all the way back through Corel to the reactor. Alright, good to know. Anybody say anything? Shooter soldiers came around saying they were gathering up all the huge materia. I think they're gonna bring the coal train from the Corel reactor. Some Shooter soldiers went up to Mount Corel. They said they're collecting huge materia to blow up the meteor. You think they can really do it? But the reactor destroys everything even before meteor hits. Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know what. Why is this Sid's running animation? The freaking back lean. Oh, I missed. Right, I need to remember Sid's gonna have that death timer now because I gave him the curse ring. Oopses. Run, Sid, run! Now, I don't know if him having something that would block sudden death would stop that. I know if you cast the death ward thing that we have, that would probably do something. Death Force. Mug this guy, Sid. Yeah, so I think as long as you cast Death Force on somebody and then they just like don't die, I'm pretty sure. Let's actually check because makes one ally immune to death. Yeah, okay. Don't know how long it lasts, but oh right, because we will literally walking through train tracks here. Oh, this is where these guys are from. Yeah, I mean the curse ring. You cast Death Force on somebody, that curse ring. You gotta freaking boost them like nobody's business. I mean the question's going to be, right? Do I give? If we ever get Cloud back, couldn't imagine. I actually hear something. Am I hearing an active train? It's been a while since we walked through here, that's for sure. You got 60 seconds though, so unless you have things on time sleep speed, which I'll need to watch out for, you should be fine. But also, I one-shot everybody with bait every time anyways, so... you know, it's like, Oh dang, Barrett had like 5,000 HP. I must have equipped him with the materia that lowered it back down. Yeah, you know, I'll top everybody off with, boop. Sid's got some decent HP too, although I don't have a lot of magic on him, is the thing. Tifa's HP got so low because one, she doesn't have like a very big base HP, and then on top of that, I was giving her some like really strong freaking magic. Oh, I do love these environments though. Oh no, I need to... No, don't give me the suck. It only did 15 damage, what? I guess this is an earlier section of the game. Pop open this smoothie. That's right, gang, we are getting naked. Once again, I am coming to you to tell you that we are getting naked again. Ugh. You know, it has like a million things in it. Just kind of tastes like banana. I like banana. But it just with it just tastes like banana. What the heck? Saw this. Oh, okay, so Sid can do almost 4,000 damage for the crit? Okay, good to know. Glad to see it. Hey gang, how we doing? Oh, I like you immediately get into a fight. I guess that's how it would go. Oh no, I got into a fight with ghouls. Oh, 7,000? What? But why? I mean, Barret almost does 1,000 damage on a normal hit. Hey gang, you guys are... Oh, hi. Here to kill you. Oh, we actually get a unique thing. I didn't even realize that we got like a unique thing from that. Okay, the loadout, the Cloud Classic that I've been rolling with, it just works. Guess we're safe for now. Dang. Oh, what is it? What is it? This section is amazing. You do some pretty cool stuff while Cloud's gone. Guys, why are you just watching it leave? Looks like they're taking off with a huge materia in that train. Okay, now let me read ahead because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, so there are some things we need to do. We're going for best case scenario because best case scenario we're going to steal back the huge materia, and we're going to get Ultima because what else do we need except for just another extremely powerful form of magic on top of all the other extremely powerful materia that we have. Jeez, they're all just stacking up. If we can put Quadra Magic on it, put MP Turbo on it, holy crud. But we also need to steal a Warrior's Bangle, and I'm assuming a Warrior's Bangle is gonna be plus 30 freaking armor. Much like the, because I was thinking of, because we have the magic up materia. I'm waiting for like a strength up materia. No, the Warrior Bangle probably gives you a bunch of strength. It's probably going to be a piece of armor, maybe? We'll see. We'll find out. You darn boneheads. What? You're not thinking about giving up? Hey, do you know who I am? I'm Sid, the one... That's who the hell I am. Now just let me handle it. So our goal... Our goal is to catch up, steal a Warrior's Bangle from the third enemy, and then make it all the way to the end and stop the train. So we'll see about this. How could they even drive this? Don't ask me, I don't know. What? Don't worry, I can handle this. 2 levers, one on the one on the right, one on the left. I see. Just alternate the 2 levels up and down, right? Judging from the enemy's speed, I'd say it'll take about 10 minutes. We're gonna fly. Hold on tight. Is this... Okay. I was wondering if it was even working. Oh, the time's still ticking. We need to go. Okay, so we're going for quickest kills and stuff like that. Apparently Magic Breath works well on the first 2 enemies. I haven't gotten to use it either, so... We will see. Oh. Oh, I think we actually fought one of these guys before. Where's Magic Breath? Quite, I'm silenced. Oh. Alright. No worries. I mean, I probably don't need to use the most optimal things. I'm probably okay just wailing on these people normally. Do need to watch the time. We're trying to achieve all this stuff. We'll make it to the end quickly. You can also use Trine. I'm assuming that they're weak to lightning, so... Now, apparently, this guy's got a lot of HP. Ooh. Oh, it's a freaking Gigas. Well, it seems like a Gigas. Laser? Death Force on Sid just in case he dies? That did 5,000 damage? That's crazy. I guess you do also have to watch out for long animations. Okay, well, Sid won't die. We got 8 minutes left. And then apparently he's weak to water, so we can use Aqua Lung. Was that Aqua Lung? I hope it was. Nope, I used Magic Breath. Well... Oopsies. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Okay, now this guy, we need to steal from him. Oh, cool. That worked immediately. Okay. It's a Magic Breath again, it says. Huh. Oh, it's just immune to that? Shoot. No, not freaking... Magic Breath does some crazy damage. Okay. Alright. I mean, cool, I'm glad we get to use it. What? You guys. This is so, I mean, look at the image. It's so good. We will kill you. It's simply the way it must go. Obviously, the faster you get through everything else, the more time you have. Oh, crud. Sid, why are you so strong? Okay, we have a moment to pause to see. Make it to the front, stop the train. All that's left to do, press the following combinations of buttons. Huh. Okay. Well, let's hope we do it. The fact that they have the time ticking during the cutscenes and stuff too is messed up. You got guts coming after me. I'll never forget you. No time for that now. What are we gonna do? We killed the engineer. We killed the engineer just straight up. I know already. Just shut up and sit tight. If we keep this up, we'll crash right into North Corel. Let's see. If we use the levers alternatively to accelerate, should stop to move the levels up and down simultaneously. It's not working. Hey, wait, the other way, the other way. Hold on. We have to go up, trying. Did we do it? Oh! I don't even understand. You know, honestly, I'm glad I saw what the guide said about that, because I don't even understand what that was, what they were asking me to do. Press the following combination. You're supposed to press up triangle, and then down X, specifically. Yeah, that was confusing. You know, this, I mean, here's the thing, right? There's some archaic stuff where the game's like, hey, press the buttons that are on screen. I'm like, how? Why? In what context? Could you give me an example? Got the huge materia, though. Okay. We did stop the train, right? So, like, that should be good, huh? We sure are brave. I'm impressed. You guys really are something. Aren't you the ones that stopped the Shinra train? Shinra was just about to destroy our lives again. Well, yeah, because that train was going to come crashing through the town again. Might be full of junk. This is the only home we got, Barrett. Of course. We're all born and raised in the coal mines. No matter how tough it gets, our hearts burn bright red with coal. To hell with meteor. We're coal miners, ain't we? We'll dig a deep tunnel and hide from the meteor. That's it. Hey kid, how about giving these guys something for fighting the Shinra? Does the kid give me Ultima? There's no way. I got it out of the well. It's an amazing rock. That's crazy. This kid found Ultima in a well. Okay, sure. Must have been a horrific battle. You have scars all over your body. I already talked to the inn's owner. Today you can rest for free. That's nice. See, here's the thing, right? Shinra can try to, like, muddy our names as much as they want, but the thing is that the thing about this group of characters is that their actions are what they let speak. They don't talk themselves up. They don't try to convince anybody of anything. They just act. Over time and time again, they just act without saying a word about it. And eventually, you know, your actions will always speak louder than anybody's words. And that's it. Okay, so we got the best thing. I don't know if I think the train might have freaking crashed through the whole place when I played this originally, which would be a much less positive thing there. If you're gonna crash down, then hurry up, because I'm ready to kick the I'm ready to kick the dirt out of ya. Surely what he said. Okay, and I'm pretty sure the huge materias are just key items. Ultima, though, is Ultima. So, you know. Equips Ultima Magic. It's another one that you need to actually upgrade first. Like, straight up. Because, of course. Okay, cool. We got Contain. Contain already had Freeze. Contain sells with Freeze. We need to get that up. I think once we upgrade Full Cure once, I'll switch it to Ultima. And then we'll go from there. Well, okay. Now with that, we are going to be making our way to Fort Condor. Now I feel like, I took the man in charge. This will start the very last battle you'll fight here, but there's a better strategy for this particular fight. By allowing the enemy to reach the shack, you can fight a weak boss named CMD, Grandhorn. He drops an Imperial Guard, a good and rare armor. Oh. Oh, it's the last fight too, so it doesn't really matter if we let him go up there. By allowing the enemy to reach the shack, you can fight a weak boss named CMD, Grandhorn. Commander Grandhorn. He drops an Imperial Guard. Okay. Alright, so we actually let them reach us this time. And he just drops it too, we don't gotta steal it from him. I'm going to have... For Fort Condor, so this was obviously, I felt like... Having Barrett and Sith, and Kate Sith for this part, for Corel, made sense, because it's Barrett's hometown. So that's just like, you know, poetic, that he would come back and save it from the Shinra, like, this time. And then Kate Sith, because Kate Sith gave us had just given us the information, and Kate Sith has gone like full turncoat, right? So that's awesome to have him in there. And Kate Sith's really like coming around in general. I think though for Fort Condor, I'm gonna have Red 13, and I'm gonna have Yuffie, because between Red 13's whole backstory and stuff with Cosmo Canyon, and Yuffie's whole backstory with Wutai, and the way those two places are affected by Shinra directly and indirectly, I feel like Fort Condor feels like in a very similar vein of like small group of people trying to push out Shinra, or having like another group of people from another land like having qualms with Shinra taking over so much of the world. I feel like having those two people in for that fight specifically feels a little more in line with everything. So I'm going to switch out Barrett and Kate Sith. I'm going to switch in Red 13 and Yuffie, and then I will see you in a moment. Dang, okay, really quick. I was reading Absolute Steve's Perfect Game Notes. One thing it mentioned is that apparently if you don't pick up the summon materia that you get available to you after Fort Condor, if you do it successfully, you can instead just go get the huge materia for succeeding. And then apparently in Disc 3, if you head to Bone Village and search at something called Spot 2, you would have to see a map to know. I don't know what that is. You can find the Phoenix materia after you've dug up the bunt line, which we did dig up for, which was the gun for Vincent. Apparently the Phoenix materia will be there, but then you can go back to Fort Condor and pick up a second one. So then you have two, which is weird, but interesting. But then also, they mentioned that if you lose the boss battle, you won't get a game over in this last Fort Condor fight. You don't get a game over. Instead, you're just never allowed to access Fort Condor ever again, which is kind of sad. It's kind of a major bummer, but okay, duly noted. Avoid that. All right, so we are rolling with pretty much the same loadout, just different characters as the other squads, because I like this loadout. I think it's cool. I think it's good. I think it works out just fine. And if you don't like it, then you should play the game yourself. And if you do like it, you should still play the game yourself. This is totally the kind of game that I would have like watched somebody play when I was younger, and thought to myself the whole time, oh man, if I was playing the game, I would like, there's so many things I would do differently, you know? They give you like a little landing spot right on a hill. Alright, Adventure 2, Electric Boogaloo. Big Bad Bird. Chapter 5, Big Bad Bird. So apparently we want to let them get to the thing so we can get a thing. And also we want to not fail. We can do that. Surely. Let's take a break while we can afford? Sure. I love rolling with just like the absolute goon squad of like Red 13, Yuffie, and Sid. Like, I don't know, is this your dream team? Maybe. Maybe, it depends. Depends on who you are. Oh, I think we need to change some things. Hold on. I think we need to take long range, and we're gonna have Red 13 cover. Should probably give him this. Sure, you know what? You can have long range, and instead of time, Red 13, how about you have like Alexander? You want Alexander? Does that make you happy? Maybe. No. Have Ultima, whatever. See if I care, Red. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna check again. Let's reiterate. Yeah, enter the very last battle. You'll fight here. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the section notes have gotten shorter and shorter because these things, like, they're pretty direct. There's not too much to worry about. Oh, wait, there's something we forgot to do. Hold on, I gotta run back to Corel. Outside building, go into the building on the left. Woman in the green hat. She'll hand you Barrett's final freaking limit break. Oopsies. I'll see you in a bit. Whoops. I knew I almost forgot something. Very easily missable things, too. Is Meteor really gonna crash down on us? Still too young. I'll never remarry. This memento is all I have left of my husband. I'll give it to you, if you'll please stop Meteor. Got catastrophe. Last thing she had of her husband, and it's specifically Barrett's final limit break? No relation, I'm sure. No, genuinely, I'm sure there's no relation to that. But it is, it is interesting, because Barrett used to have a wife. Sad. Oh man, I forget that Barrett was married. Barrett was married. Barrett has a kid out in the world right now. Crazy. Okay, but we're back here. So now we do this. Climb, Sid, climb. Situation has changed. Looks like the enemy is set to attack. If we lose here, it's over. Our lives are in your hands. We're counting on you. Ready? Ready. This is the deciding battle. The enemy numbers more than ever. So, the guide said if we want to fight the dude, that's his canonical name. He's the dude, Commander Dude. By allowing the enemy to reach the shack, you can fight a weak boss. Okay, so I think we just let them come. Let them come. Seems like it might take a little while. I guess we'll just sit back and take a sip. Sip of some juice. Hold on, though. Do I have to fight every single enemy that would be coming? Because that could be like 50 guys, you know? It's crazy that this is the highest speed. Like this is top speed normally, and then times 3 on this is this speed. Oh dear. Very funny. Bird, 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 bird. Your birds are not stronger than my birds. Enemy invasion. Gotcha. My god, they're attacking. We're counting on you. My god. Is this the dude? This must be the dude. Mug. Oh wait, no, hold on. It says he drops stuff, so I don't need to mug him. What I do need to do probably is nothing to steal. Oh, yeah, okay. What I do need to do is cast Death Ward on Death Force. I mean, on Sid, just so he doesn't die. Although the guide said this guy's weak, so I don't suspect this is going to be too bad. What is that image supposed to be? It's a little hard to make it out. Hold on, Red 13, you have magic. Y'all have strong magic, right? Oh no, Ultima, you have to level it up first. Well, shoot. Ow. Oh. Oh, he died. Ooh, oh no, that was so close. Imperial Guard. Sweet. Yes, we did it. That was wonderful. Thank you. I doubt Shinra will attack now. Ugh. Incredibly intense. A freaking sick moment. Also kind of sad because, you know, especially now that we've actually been coming back here a lot to defend that bird, and then he just up and dies on us. Not for no good reason, you know, it's very, you know, it's part of the process. The condor. The egg. What? Would you go outside and see what it was? Sure. Little baby condor. Pam protected it as long as it could. And then we got Phoenix. Now, cool thing about Phoenix is that I think it does damage, but then also the main function is that it revives everybody on your team, which can be super clutch. No more, just the sky. Just a clear sky. Gone. Be sure and report to my father, too. Yeah, see you later, dude. I don't think we're gonna be talking again. Everyone, thanks. I really mean it. Thanks. Although there isn't anything we can give you, we'll make sure you can stop in and stay anytime. So be sure to drop by. Yes, there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Heck yeah, baby. What's this? Gotta have that materia. Truth is, this is the materia inside the reactor. The hell did we fight for? We weren't protecting the reactor, we were protecting the condor. When the reactor was built, they forced us to help. That's how we knew what was inside the reactor. I knew this day would come, so after the Shinra left, I sneaked in and took the materia. I didn't mean to fool you, but I guess that's how it ended up. I'm really sorry. Just forget about it anyway, we're still alive. I see. If you put it that way, we're really grateful. Last huge materia that Shinra's is in the underwater reactor in Junon. We must get there before them and stop them. But you know, Shinra's probably on high alert since we always mess with them. Bet we take a break and go see that little fella for a bit. You mean Cloud? Yeah, I'm worried about Tifa. She may have collapsed taking care of that guy. How about we go check on them, down in Medeal? It's nice. calling Cloud that little fella. And everybody's so caring and like everybody's like so shows so much concern for Tifa. Even more so than Cloud to a certain extent, and I think it kind of makes sense because Cloud's like the person nobody needs to worry about. So I don't think anybody understands that like nobody's used to worrying about or being concerned for Cloud, because all the concern for Cloud is coming from Tifa, right? Nobody else feels like they need to be concerned about Cloud because well, Tifa's got him, and Tifa's got him covered. So we need to worry about Tifa and make sure she's okay. It's kind of touching, you know, in a way. Okay, so that's that. Do we keep rolling with this squad? Question mark? Hey. It's tough being the leader. Cloud did a great job. Sheesh. Shall we go to Medeal and check on things? That was a nice unprompted thing. You wanna go see Tifa and the gang? Oh, you wanna see what Tifa and the gang are doing? The gang? You mean just the one other guy? Oh, unless is everybody else... Is anybody who's not... Well, no, everybody else is on the ship now. Shin was stopped. Now we gotta be careful. I know Heidegger and the gang are plotting something. Say, Sid, I wonder how Tifa and Cloud are doing. You look really tired. Maybe you're ready to give up being leader? I like how Sid is the leader for like 2 seconds. That's another thing too. And you can sort of see this. Cloud really is the person who... Aerith was like the heart of the team, right? But Cloud really was like the backbone of the team. Cloud, if anything else went wrong, Cloud was always the first person up, the first person back to the fight, the first person saying, okay, we'll go in here then. The first person saying, okay, like rallying everybody together, being like, okay, let's get together, we're gonna go do this. If you're with me, then you're with me. It's, there is something to say that, like, you know, you don't think about it much, maybe, because Cloud doesn't really come off as, like, a person who's directing people to things, but it's more so, like, he just gets people to rally around him, because he's of his strength. He's strong, he's resilient, you know? So I think people are kind of, like, a little bit... Everybody's feeling the loss of not having that, like, strong backbone on the team. I know you're all dying to talk to a babe like me, just leave me alone, this shit makes me... Yeah, it's still struggling there, Yuffie. Well, sorry to hear it. Okay, I think for this, though, I am actually going to... Follow me here. Follow me. I'm going to be doing this for now, and I'm going to be switching in Barrett. So I'll see you when I get that all sorted out. I'm going to switch Yuffie for Barrett now. Also, really quick, this is what Imperial Guard looks like. It's pretty freaking good. In fact, it's so good that since I'm going to be giving Red 13 the magic build, which is going to drain a lot of his HP, I'm going to give him high defense, and then I'm going to give him the thing that lets it Tetra, the Tetra thing, so he can drain elements and whatnot. Okay, I gave Barrett the bolt armor and armlet rather, and then I gave him elemental ice, and then elemental. I was gonna do fire, but I instead did elemental phoenix. So that way, Barrett, being our like defensive tank guy, if he's the chances are he would be the last person to go down because I gave him ribbon. He has a bunch of elemental defense. He has really high defense in general. He has like one of the best pieces of equipment that we have, which is overall defense. So, and he has a bunch of HP. So he'd be the least likely to go down, which means he's the perfect candidate to have Phoenix. So that way, in case other people go down for whatever reasons, because they're a little bit more glass cannon-y, he can resurrect them easier. Which has actually come up. I think that's what happened during the final boss. I did a clutch moment because I had Phoenix on Barrett. I was rolling with Cloud, Tifa, and then Barrett, and then Sephiroth did his classic big end game move and then Barrett was able to fully like heal up and revive everybody, which was hilarious. It was pretty clutch. Okay. Make sure this is saved. Cool. Let's go. Because we are about to get into a bit of a rumble, a bit of a tussle, which I forgot that this already happened, this next thing. The thing we're about to fight, which will be revealed shortly, you can use slow, you can use darkness on it. It nullifies gravity, it's not weak to anything, because why would it be? Pilot training level 7? Oh. We're taking off. Roger. Yeah, we're just fighting. We're just fighting. So, make sure that there's nothing else. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Just gonna land right here. We're gonna walk on over to Medill. And check on our friends. Unless we get killed by bugs in the woods. Imagine the whole squad gets murdered by bugs in the woods. You know, I would love to see what these forests and stuff are gonna look like fully realized. I don't know, there's so many different types of environments that could look so like nice. For another thing to remember too is that the thing we're about to face has 10,000 HP, so I'm definitely gonna want to cast the death ward on Sid. That's for sure. Hey gang, how we doing? Oh, Sid, back up. She's finally beginning to look a little tired. I hope she's alright. No change in his condition. Yeah, she stays right by his side. Must be tough on her. If she keeps this up, she's going to get sick. Anyhow, hey, you all look terrible. Why don't you get some rest? Oh, I was gonna check on them first. Did I talk to the exact person to progress things? Oops. Big whoopsie if true? Okay, perfect. Well then take care. I'm sorry, but your friend's condition remains unchanged. You have to be patient and wait this out. These things take time. Just like fine wine. Time is of the essence. It's no use. I don't understand a thing, Cloud. What should I do? What if you never recover for the rest of your life? The first thing Cloud says, and it's the most ominous, horrifying thing ever. What the hell's going on? This one's big. What's this? Livestream is gushing out from below the surface of the earth. This is bad. Sid, what's wrong? Nothing. You and Cloud get inside quick. But Hey, don't worry a thing. I ain't about to die that easily. Be careful. Okay, here I go. Watch this. I like how Sid doesn't tell that Sid knows what's coming, and Sid doesn't say a thing about it. When did Sid become such a real one? I don't know. That sure is weapon. I have been keeping this joke up for like 50 plus hours of this game. So stupid. Of all the times to show up. Okay then, come on. You bad man, you. The idea that we're just going to stand our ground and fight this thing is crazy. Oh, you know what? should have had Red 13 cast the Death Ward on Sid, but that's fine. We're doing what we're doing. Death Force. No, not. I put an input in. I put the input in. Okay, so Sid might be kicking the bucket here in a moment, depending on how long it takes Red to get his turn back. Unless we kill this thing first, which is possible. Let Red go, let Red go. Okay, cool. 7 seconds to spare, I wasn't even worried. Probably didn't need to use Q3. Actually, maybe. Barret has a lot of HP. Can't kill me. I'm too dumb to die. Did we do it? Man, I guess 10,000 HP isn't that much HP. When your old man freaking can poke people for 5,000 damage when it's not even his turn yet. I like how it just being around is causing the planet to, like, react to it. You silly little thing, you trying to escape? Just a little more and I would have beaten him. Looks like the live stream settled down now too. Take Red 13 want to take that thing's head. Dang, you gotta be kidding. This is bad, the mainstream is kicking up. Something way bigger than that last one is on its way. No good, get out of here. What about Tifa and Cloud? Don't have time to worry about anyone other than yourself. Don't know when the stream will blow. There's no time, hurry. And that's partially why Sid is a good leader. Oh god, the tremors are getting worse. Wait a minute, Cloud. Doctor, shouldn't we move him somewhere? It might be safer to move it to an open area. Don't worry about a thing, Cloud. I'll see to it that you get somewhere safe. Oh, Tifa. For Pete's sake. The structure can't take it, hurry. Wait, hold on, that thing had something to steal? That thing had a curse ring to steal. Crud. I have to do this a third time because I did too much damage the first time. I got the curse ring on the last hit. Because I don't have steal now, I only have Mug, and Mug does damage, and Mug does 1,000 damage, so I only have 10 attempts. With nobody else attacking. Shoot, that was close. Alright, back to the turmoil that is Tifa's existence. Okay, now we're back to the nightmare. This has to be like the highlight of the entire game. This whole sequence. And what it does for Cloud is something else. First thing. First thing when she comes to. Gosh, dang it. Wait a minute, I know nothing about that. No, it's not me. I never do anything like that. What does that mean? But the problem is Cloud can't help Tifa. Tifa needs to help Cloud. All Tifa has right now is herself. This also has to be like one of the best freaking surrealist nightmare sequences in anything, because like a lot of the time, you know, when you have like trippy mind stuff happen in games and stories and things like that, happens a lot in horror movies and like modern horror movies and whatnot, I kind of roll my eyes because it doesn't, because it's usually like when it happens in a game, it's I have to go and like the game becomes a walking simulator with a bunch of stuff that is just sort of like trippy for just visual effect, you know, and it doesn't really mean much. And then when it happens in like horror movies and stuff like that, it's pretty much always utterly meaningless. You know what I mean? Like it usually doesn't mean literally anything. So I feel like, but I feel like this kind of sequence in this game, this is about the characters. Everything you see, everything that happens, it furthers the characters, these two characters. It deepens their bond. It's extremely revealing for Cloud. It's good. I think this is like one of the most effective types of like dream sequences almost. Is this the inside of your dreams, or is it your subconscious? You're searching, aren't you, Cloud? Searching for yourself? I can help too. We'll work together to try and get the real you back. It's like Aerith said, I'm looking for the real you. Because Aerith picked up on this before anybody else. Well, Tifa obviously already knew, right? But Aerith was like the only other person to sort of like figure it out. Like, hey, Cloud, you're not yourself. Like you're being someone else. But where do we start? Because here's the thing, Sephiroth, and this also reveals something, right? Because Sephiroth said Cloud's just a puppet. He's just a clone. There was nobody named Cloud. Everything about him is fake. Everything about him is false. Obviously, to deepen Cloud's sort of descent, right? To further Cloud's descent. In actuality, there was a person named Cloud. Of course, Cloud is a real person. He is a real individual person who had an entire life before whatever experiments were done to him. So now we get to see that. go have a look, Cloud. I know it's not easy. I'll be here for you. It's actually a pretty good little transition. I'm probably going to keep commentary fairly light, just because I kind of just want to, like, watch it all play out again. Well, I like this too, because this also, it's not like, this isn't just like weird Mindscape mumbo jumbo. They've already noted to us that the life stream is made up of the consciousness of tens of thousands of millions of living beings that live currently and have ever lived on the planet, right? And that because of that, right, if you were to fall into that, you would just be lost in the sort of collective, in the collective, like, minds of everything that's, like, in there, right? It's just a cacophony. So Tifa and Cloud falling in here together, well, it's like, okay, yeah, why, how come they specifically are, like, able to work their way through it, right? First off, there's probably a good reason for that if you think about it hard enough. But also, the fact that Tifa can literally stand within Cloud's mind and be there and be, like, next to him and, like, help him piece fragments of his mind back together, or getting to see his, like, his mind and his memories spread out like this, to be able to, like, reconnect them and piece things together, does actually, like, make sense. There is a logic there. It's not completely out of the blue. It's still a bit of magic mumbo jumbo, but I mean, it's a freaking fantasy game. It's a Final Fantasy game. There's always going to be a little bit of magic mumbo jumbo. I like how the scene is playing out again as Tifa's, like, talking over it in real time. I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown. How about parents? So this is the great Sephiroth? My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father... But to tell the truth, I thought he was very cold. What does it matter? See, it's like it was always something leaking, like sort of like under the surface with Sephiroth. All right, let's go. I remember a foreboding, something foreboding about him. No, Cloud. I've been hiding it for some time, afraid that if I told you, something terrible might happen. But I'm not gonna hide anything anymore. You won't hear. Cloud did not come to Nibelheim 5 years ago. I waited, but Cloud never came. The two that were ordered here were Sephiroth and another person. Poor Tifa, she really was waiting for him. Alright, let's go. You mean that member of Soldier who came with Sephiroth wasn't Cloud? There's nothing I can say. You must find the answer yourself. If you can't, then take your time, Cloud. Slowly, little by little, okay? The well might be last, maybe? Oh no, this would probably be last. The starry night at the well, and our promises. What if that memory was just a lie? Don't hurry, Cloud. Don't answer too quickly. Just keep checking all the small emotions and it'll come back. Slowly, little by little. Right, like the sky that night, the heavens were filled with stars. I think Cloud is actually like smaller than Tifa when they were the same age, when they were kids. Cloud made up his memories by listening to my stories. Did you imagine the sky? No, you remembered it. The night the stars were gorgeous, it was Cloud and I. We talked at the well. There's this like beautiful freaking on the PS5. I don't have any cool like freaking backgrounds or anything from my PS5. I'm sorry, on the PS4, one of the things I think you got with Final Fantasy VII Remake was a Tifa theme on the background, and it's her as an adult sitting on this on the water tower in their hometown, and you get to see like the sky rendered in the background, and it's gorgeous, and it plays the music and stuff like that. It plays like I think her theme in there. It's really, really great. Probably if I booted up my PS4, it would probably still be that, I think. I don't have any themes on my PS5. Have they done? They must have done themes, right? I don't know why they didn't. I remember when people speculated like, oh, the Switch is gonna have some crazy good, like they're gonna have some cool themes probably that you can set in the background, and then nope, it's just this. No music, no theme change, just gray background. Gray background and icon and buttons. Now, granted, I actually prefer the simplicity of this over like how ugly and cluttered the PS5 one is, and probably the Xbox one is too. I don't have an Xbox though. But still, give me some aesthetic stuff, you know what I mean? Cosmetics or something. So I kept thinking you were the real Cloud. Oh, because you remembered this one moment. I still believe you're the Cloud from Nibelheim. But you don't believe in yourself. I like getting to see both, like, them in the past and them in the present all together there. Cloud, what about your other memories? No, not memories. A memory is something that is consciously recalled, right? That's why sometimes it can be mistaken or wrong. It's different from a memory locked deep within your heart. Heart? Locked? Key? That's why it must be fake. If we could recall up that memory. That's it. What about some memory that has to do with me? If I say something, you can't remember it. If you say something, and I remember it too, then we'll know that's a memory. Talk to me about anything. Something important. Some important memory to you. Now that you mention it, why did you want to join Soldier in the first place? I always thought it was a sudden decision. I was devastated. I wanted to be noticed. I thought if I got stronger, someone would notice. Someone to notice you? Who? You know who. Oh, and this is where the pain starts. And this is where things start to feel hit too close to home. Oh no, do I like Cloud because I relate to Cloud? Not Cloud at the first half of the game, but Cloud at the back half of the game. Just a guy who wanted a girl to notice him? Oof. Ouch. Oof. Ugh. Oh no. But no, I think what's nice is that it's deeper than that. That's part of it. That's a component of it, right? I think what the cool thing about Cloud is that we see that it's deeper than that. Tifa, did you forget about those days? Look, I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? No, it's alright. You were having a hard time back then. You were so busy with your own things, it's only natural you don't remember me then. Then? It's important to me. I hate to say it, but it's a very important memory. Do you want to see it? I like how it's young Cloud, because if you remember, when Cloud was sort of like losing himself to Sephiroth, the grown version of him was moving to give Sephiroth the black materia, and what was being left behind was this version of Cloud, him back in Nibelheim. Come on, hurry. Do you know where this window goes, Tifa? Fine, I'll go. Cloud, are you going to tell me that your very important memory of me was you actually breaking into my room and looking through my things? Cloud, careful now. probably the note that I relate to the most from Cloud is, yeah, this person used to have their own group, and I thought they were all freaking stupid. That feeling of wanting to be a part of somebody else's life or somebody else's world, but like just having a mental block because of maybe either who they are or who they hang out with. It's real. I mean, it's a very, I feel like that's something probably everybody goes through a little bit, you know? I definitely went through that a lot. You know, it's one of those things where my core group of friends are my like personal group of friends, the ones that I would think to and stuff like that. The thing is, a lot of them obviously have other groups of friends outside of this core group that we have. I think they all value this one probably pretty highly. I would imagine above most others, maybe, right? But like, you know, in high school, the closest friends I had during school hours, I didn't see any of them. Really, my closest friends, because they all had other groups and they were all doing other things in other places, you know what I mean? And I wasn't a part of any of that. I had my own group of friends as well that I would hang out with, but like my actual closest group of friends, they were all didn't, oddly enough, ever see them very often during school. And it really wasn't like, when I look back at it, because at first glance it kind of feels like, oh, was it like a, you know, popular kids kind of a thing? Not literally popular kids, but that kind of sentiment, you know, of like, oh, you know, it's just like different cliques and things like that. And it's like, no, it really wasn't. It really was just that, like, during school hours, there was a pretty large gap, a large distance that was kind of hard to overcome, given the way school is just structured. You know what I mean? Your interests, or the things that you do or the classes you take, really do determine how often you see a lot of people. And that kind of makes things difficult sometimes. It kind of gets in the way of things sometimes. But I think what's nice is that we always, outside of school, we would always do things together, and we were always at least talking and doing things outside of class. Even if it was just like chatting in a Skype call or playing games and things like that, it kept us connected, and that's what carried us through. Of course, that's not to say, I mean, obviously my friend, I had a friend Ryan who, oddly enough, watched a majority of me play this game the first time around. You can actually probably see his comments if you look back at those old videos. He was a real one for sure. So it's not to say like the group of people I would hang out during the days. I think Ryan's a real one because he was a friend to me during school hours. He was the person I would hang out with during school hours. I would gladly do stuff with outside as well. He was a really good guy. Haven't talked to him as much recently, but I know I never stopped feeling like he's got my back, and I got his back too. So it's nice, you know. But yeah, so I get this a lot. This this is sort of one of the reasons why I really like Cloud, because this is a pretty huge reveal, you know? It's weird. It's not like earth-shattering or like world-changing reveal, right? It's just literally like, yeah, Cloud and Tifa were not close friends. Cloud and Tifa lived by each other. They knew about each other. But it's one of those things that that time does, where you look back and you think, oh yeah, me and this person knew each other well. But when you actually think about it in the moments, it's like, no, Tifa's like, oh, we didn't. You never even were in my room. You never even came to my house. Cloud and Tifa were not close back in when they were kids. And that's kind of huge. What? You were all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. But we were children then. I know. I was the stupid one. I also relate to that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I understand why I like Cloud so much. It's because I understand Cloud so much. Here's the thing, though. Think about Cloud. Think about what this is doing. It's taking our main, it was taking our main protagonist, edgy, huge sword wielding, super cool, always wins the day, anime protagonist boy, right? And it's dismantling that entire outer shell and just revealing a person underneath. And the person is just, how often do you see what was the protagonist like when they were a kid? If they're not currently a kid when the story is happening, right? It's like we're getting to just see Cloud be an awkward, socially outcasted kind of a kid. You know what I mean? Who desperately wants to be where people are and hanging out with people. And I definitely get that feeling of you think everybody's stupid, you think everybody's being childish or immature, but in reality it's like you're kind of just judging people really harshly because they're not meeting astronomical standards you set. You know what I mean? There's probably a lot of people in high school I could have just been chill with if I knew how to be chill. But the fact of the matter is that I didn't like anyone. And I would argue, not for no good reason, but the degree to which I sort of disliked a majority of people didn't really help me out very much, you know? You can choose to be civil, you can choose to be friendly with people, and more often than not, I would just kind of be like, no, I don't want anything to do with any of you, because you're all just sort of awful in my mind. Now, do I think they were pretty awful people at that time? Yes. But also, it was high school, and I was kind of awful sometimes too. So, you know, it's like, nobody's above anybody. We're all in the same boat, you know what I mean? I really wanted to play with everyone, but you never let me in the group. Then later, I started thinking I was different. That I was different from those immature kids. That then maybe maybe they would invite me in. I thought that might happen, so I hung around. I was so prejudiced and weak. That night, I asked Tifa to come out to the well. I thought to myself, Tifa would never come, as she hated me. It was so sudden, I was a bit surprised. But it's true, we weren't that close, but after you left town, I really thought about you a lot. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you kind of don't know how much, when you have a certain presence in your life, you know what I mean? A certain person, a certain thing that's always present in your life, that always has been present. When it's gone, you can feel that without even, you know, there was probably a bit of, safety, almost, you know? Which, a safety in knowing that, hey, you know, Cloud's always next door. So if I ever want to talk to Cloud, or he ever wants to talk to me, or we ever want to do anything, you know, he's right next door, and he'll always be right next door, so I don't have to worry about it. And then it's like, well, until one day he's not. I used to wonder how Cloud was doing. I wondered if you were able to get into Soldier. I started reading the newspapers, thinking I might see an article about you. Thanks, Tifa. Tell him what you told me later. He'll probably be so happy. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, so Mountain Belle always looked this menacing? Holy crud. What also kind of sucks about Cloud sort of like ensuring that he was an outcast. Here's the thing, he probably was already outcasted a little bit, but then, you know, it becomes one of those things where it's like you get so used to that you start to think that you are just different and that you are just always going to be an outcast. So any opportunity that arises, you sort of like dismiss it, or you sort of like create a mental block that sort of prevents you from having relationships at all, even when the opportunity arises, you know. So I think it was probably a little bit of that too. But it's kind of a shame, because you can imagine it's such a small town that outside of Cloud, these are probably the only other people there, like his age. These are probably the only other kids actually there, present. Yeah, this kid's got the right idea, honestly. The only one who chose to walk with her the entire way. I don't remember the path I walked. Tifa missed her step. I ran to her, but I didn't make it in time. We both fell off the cliff. Back then, I only scoured my knees, but... Cloud, why'd you bring Tifa to a place like this? The hell's the matter with you? What if she dies? Tifa was in a coma for 7 days. Everything is always 7. It's always 7 days or 7 years. Does it mean something? It's always 7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps? If you don't know what that means, we will in like 2 games. So stupid. We all thought she wouldn't make it. Only I could have saved her. I was so angry at myself for my weakness. Ever since then, I felt Tifa blamed me. I went out of control. I'd get into fights with anyone. That was the first time I heard about Sephiroth. I thought if I was strong like Sephiroth, then... If I could just get stronger, then even Tifa would have noticed me. Would have to notice me. So that was it? Sorry, Cloud. If I had only remembered more clearly what happened, I could have done something sooner. It's not your fault, Tifa. It really isn't. But I remember back when we were 8. That's it. Now I know. You weren't created 5 years ago. My childhood memories weren't all made up. Because see, that was the big thing, right? Because like Sephiroth makes it out like, yeah, Cloud only started existing like a couple months ago or something, or maybe like a year ago. He was like born in a lab or something, but it's not true. There was somebody named Cloud. There is somebody named Cloud who lived in Nibelheim, who was friends with Tifa, sort of. Hang in there, Cloud, just a little longer. You've almost found the real you. Let's go back to Nibelheim again. The truth is right there. We almost have the answers right in the palm of our hands. And then obviously that feeling of like wanting to be the guy who's able to help people, you know, who's like strong enough to help people with anything. I'm still that, to be fair. Not that I am a guy who's strong enough to help people with anything, but just like I'm still the guy who wants to be, you know? And I try, you know? Maybe sometimes to a detriment, but I think it's admirable to try. Where are you going? The reactor? To the reactor. The Mako reactor 5 years ago. I like how now there's like a tangible Cloud here with Tifa to help. Hey, it's Cloud. The heck it ain't. Zack. First time Cloud's uttered his name. Although Aeris did mention Zack by name earlier, I think, when she was talking about her boyfriend. Which makes it all make a little bit more sense. That's right, it was Zack who came to Nibelheim with Sephiroth. Then, where were you, Cloud? Cloud, did you see it all? I saw everything. The reveal that Cloud, the entire time in all these flashbacks, he was never a soldier first class. He was never a soldier. He was never a part of soldier to begin with. He was just a Shinra soldier. Just a grunt, like all the ones that we've met, like all the ones that we've seen. He was just one of the dudes with the dudes wearing a helmet and a mask, standing in the back, while everybody else was part of the story. It's one of my favorite things. Cloud was just a guy. The important thing to remember here is he's not a soldier. He doesn't have at this point, he doesn't have the Mako strength. He doesn't have any of that. He's just a person, like a flesh and blood human being going against Sephiroth. Then the main theme comes in. You were there. You were watching me. Hey, Cloud, if you're feeling sick, why don't you take the mask off? Yeah. Yeah, this is me. I never made it as a member of Soldier. I even left my hometown telling everyone I was going to join, but... I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to see anybody. And Tifa was waiting. She didn't see anybody. How does it feel? And then the reveal that Sephiroth wasn't talking to Zack. Obviously, he was talking to Cloud. It's your first time back to your hometown. That's why she's headless. Oh, that makes sense. That's awful. Oh, that's a pretty hard line from Zack. She's okay. But I think everybody understood. Zack understood that they needed to kill him now. The timing they did, timing it to the music. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've heard that in adaptations, in other adaptations of that scene, in other pieces of FF7 media, they have like hinted that, oh, standing in the reactor like that, the Mako sort of flowed into Cloud, giving him a moment of strength or whatever. I don't like any of that. I like the original's reading, which is just because I think it means more. That it's like, no, Cloud didn't have strength. He didn't summon some magic that was within him. He was a human being. He was just a normal guy, not even a soldier, just a normal guy, a normal freaking Shinra troop. That moment right there was just like pure human will. That he got impaled through the gut, lifted Sephiroth up by holding on to the blade of the sword which is in his gut, lifted Sephiroth up and threw him over the side. Cloud killed Sephiroth, which, I mean, like, not even to get into the like how meaningful that is for Cloud as a character in his journey, right? That Sephiroth represented everything that he wanted to be. To him, Sephiroth represented what strength looks like, right? But then he saw like what Sephiroth's existence, the kind of strength Sephiroth had, completely warped him. It completely made him lose his humanity, lose his will, and then change Sephiroth for the worse, right? And then we have Cloud, just a normal guy, just a normal human being, coming in and finding the right strength by cutting down Sephiroth. In defeating Sephiroth, and in doing so, obviously he defeated the idea that Sephiroth was in his own mind of what strength looked like. Cloud comes in and defeats not just a soldier, the soldier, the strongest soldier in history. Beat him with his own. Beat him without a single weapon in his hand, through sheer human will. And the fact saying that he kept his promise. Tifa saying, you kept your promise, you really did after all these years. And then Cloud saying, sorry I was late. Come on, man. Come on. Crud. This game's so good. This game is unbelievable. Oh, I can't believe we have to wait till the third game to get this sequence. It's gonna be so good, but ugh. It's gonna be rough. That third game is gonna have some long cutscenes. That game's gonna have some like Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscene length. Then this is goodbye, Tifa. Until we meet again. It's sad because it's framed as if this Cloud that we see right here, the young Cloud as a young boy, is gonna be gone, but in reality is not. He's just gonna be where he should be, which is deep down within, you know. I also just feel like the reveal that Sephiroth was, like, not only that Sephiroth was dead for 5 years, but that it was Cloud. Cloud had already killed that guy. It's amazing. We finally meet again, and this is really Cloud. You stupid jerk. You had us all worried sick. Nice. And again. And again, first thing, where's Cloud? Don't worry about him, he's a tough one. I was in the live stream, I saw the real Cloud. I mean, I didn't really find him. Cloud, he found himself. Alright, I know. I shouldn't have doubted. See, I think that's another thing too. Tifa in that moment learned how to stand on her own through helping Cloud, and by doing so, helped Cloud stand on his own and find himself the rest of the way, right? And I think that's what's really good to show about their relationship, is that it's there was this like infatuation and dependency a little bit on both of their parts, right? Spawning back from a very long, many years of going through many things between the two of them, right? But I think what's nice is that they finally have gotten to a place where it's like, well, now we're going to stand together. Instead of one person leading the other one or vice versa, we're standing together side by side now. I think that's like a really cool like push forward in their relationship. I can't win against you. You're some kind of lady. People have so many things pent up inside of themselves. So many things they can never forget. Strange, isn't it? I mean, that goes for every single one of these characters. Honestly. Everyone, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Cloud. All you've been doing is apologizing, which is very unlike him. I never was in Soldier. I made up the story about what happened 5 years ago and my being in Soldier. I left my village looking for glory, but never made it into Soldier. I was so ashamed of being so weak. Then I heard this story from my friend Zach. And I created an illusion of myself, made up of what I had seen in my life. And I continued to play the charade as if it were true. Illusion, huh? Pretty strong for an illusion. Physically, I'm built like someone in Soldier. Hojo's plan to clone Sephiroth wasn't that difficult. It's just the same procedure they use when creating members of Soldier. You see, someone in Soldier isn't simply exposed to Mako energy. The bodies are actually injected with Genova cells. For better or worse, only the strong can enter Soldier. It has nothing to do with the Genova reunion. But weak people like me get lost in the whole thing. The combination of Genova cells, Sephiroth's strong will, and my own weakness are what created me. Everyone knew that. I'm Cloud. Master of my own illusionary world. I can't remain trapped in an illusion anymore. I'm gonna live my life without pretending. You can tell how much he's changed, because he's like waxing poetic in a way that he never would have before. You're sure messed up, Cloud. That means he ain't no different from before. By the way, Cloud, what are you gonna do now? Don't tell me you're gonna leave the ship. I'm the reason why media is falling towards us. Not true. Not really. like honestly, not really true. To be fair, Red's the reason why media is falling towards us, because he gave you the materia when you expressly told him not to. That's why I have to do everything in my power to fight this thing. Good. Then you're gonna keep fighting to save the planet. It's like you always told me, Barrett. You mean that? What? I don't understand. Boom. Tagline freaking roll credits, cut it, ship it. We're out, everybody. It's one of the greatest games ever made. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I love that stretch Cloud does. And then we're back. We're back with the boy, the golden boy. He's got nothing. You took the Gigas armlet with you, Cloud. I'll freaking kill you, Cloud. Cloud, I got a crystal sword for you, my lovely boy. You could probably do 1,000,000 damage now, Cloud. Probably. I don't know. What do you want, Cloud? You can have anything you want. Oh, never mind. You can have that, actually. The Gigas armlet has no magic defense, and then, well, it does plus 30 damage. I don't think we need it to be giving us plus 30 damage, to be fair. We could probably get away with literally not doing that. Let's just do a dragon armlet. The classic. And that's the story of Cloud. And that's the story of Cloud and Tifa. And why Cloud is my favorite character in one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. Cloud, I was deeply moved by your story. I'm a really weak person, so I could really understand how you feel, Cloud. No one knows when fighting will begin. Let's get ready. Who do I have? Who do I put in my party? You're all so under-leveled compared to Cloud still. You know, Sid was getting up there, though. See, Sid, when you have multiple freaking ventures out there in the world, you kind of get boosted a little bit. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know. Well, if I look at the footage we have right now, we might have almost 3 hours of freaking footage. That's a really good place to end, right? Because, I mean, the next thing we're doing... I mean, after some, like, small optional stuff, we're hitting, like, we're going to a dungeon, and then we're going to freaking get another huge materia. We're getting a bunch of stuff. So it's kind of like... Yeah, I mean, we got like 1,000,000 other things to do, a lot of side stuff, a lot of other things. Here's the thing, we are pretty much, I would say, we are in the end game, essentially, right? We're not past Disc 2, technically, but I mean, we're so close that it's like we might as well be. You might as well consider yourself in the last third of the game. And the last third of the game is primarily comprised of side things. Now, those side things, I would probably give them their own episode, right? I'm going to get as close as I can, probably up until like the final level opens up to us, and then I'm going to be doing side stuff. I'm going to be trying to do some chocobo breeding. It sounds like a nightmare. Thank you, Absolute Steve, for this absolute guide, because holy crud. I had to look lower in the guide because I was scrolling down through the story bits of the guide, and it was showing like. It was showing, like, end-game level stuff. Tifa, you with me. never separated ever again. You know what, Vincent? You haven't gotten to go do a thing. Come on, Vincent. Finally, you get an outing. Oh, crud. Listen, Cloud. We're right in the middle of a mission for the huge materia, right? I know it's kind of out of the blue, but Junon has an underwater reactor. As far as I can see, that's the only one left. That's that. Let's go. I love how Kate Sith has become like our informant, basically. Let's do our best, Cloud. Come on, Cloud, don't screw around. We're going to Junon. I know how tough it is being a leader because I've been one. I always forget how who has what material. I always forget who has what material. That is the funniest, most meta joke in the entire... That's like the most meta thing ever. It's so funny. I'm glad you're back with us. Good to be back. Escape from a world of illusions. I wonder which is better. Okay, Vincent, chill out. How about that? How about you chill out a little bit, Vincent? Yuffie, speak to me. Huh? How would you even know? You don't know how tough it is getting sick on boats and rides. Please, just leave me alone. I really do understand, Yuffie. When I get sick on a flight, it's a real killer. When I was in Soldier, I completely forgot about my motion sickness. Oh. Isn't there any way to prevent this? Well, according to my research, first off, if you're nervous a lot, you won't get sick. But you can't always be nervous. With this much space, do your best bet. Oh, your best bet is to move around while you're riding. It also might be a good idea to do some stretches sometimes too. But in Soldier, we spent a lot of time in trucks. That sucked. All of his mannerisms and stuff have changed too. There's one thing you mustn't do when riding, and that is read. Once you get sick, there's nothing anyone can do. I know it's tough. So you're a little better off than me, but I don't feel well. I'm sorry, Yuffie. What's the next stop? Can't you get there any quicker? Cloud, put me in your party so I can get off this ship. Freaking, okay, so freaking Sid and Yuffie both with like meta jokes. Cloud, please put me in your party. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't remember that line. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, stuff's about to hit the freaking fan. I guess what we can do, just to sort of like tail end this with some light stuff. Nah, this involves a bunch of traveling and stuff. Nah, we can't do this stuff right now. We'll do this first thing next time, and then we'll immediately go to Junon, essentially. Before the next video starts, I will have everybody equipped with the material they need. In fact, actually, I should probably strip everybody of the material they had, because freaking that old bastard man Sid has all my materia. Cloud needs his goodies. Next time on Final Fantasy VII. Hey, but if you've enjoyed this or anything else on this channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this just about every single day. Videos. No, that's the only thing on this channel. I'm so used to saying streams of something else, but no, it's just this. Just this till Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then that's gonna happen. And then after that, I don't know. Who knows? Who's to say? If you are curious about anything that I am doing, have done, or will be doing in the future, links in the description to all that. Me and my friend making a game. Any and all support from that would be much appreciated. Links of information and a game jam game we made in the description down below. If you're interested in supporting me and my friend in our game making endeavors, then you can support us by supporting anything on this channel. Supporting their streams, they do devlog streams. Link below for that. And most of all, the Patreon. And then with that, I think, until next time, don't forget to be kind, and don't be afraid to be you. See you around.